So here is the fabric that I'm going to use for this tutorial. The is 2.5 yards and the length is by 60. This is my matching thread, my scissors, my tape. My tape is 60 inches tape, and my chalk. So now let's get started. So I'm gonna to fold my fabric into two, in by four. This is the front and this one is for the back. The front I folded 2 inches in for the button and buttonhole. So the first thing that we are going to do now is to take our shoulder measurement. Our shoulder is 17 divided by 2 will give us 8.5 inches. So this is the 8.5 for her shoulder. Then our sleeve length is 8 inches. It's going to have a turn up. So our sleeve length is 8 inches. This is the 8 inches. Then from here now we'll come down by 1.5 inch. Here now we'll come down by 1.5 inches for our shoulder slam. Then our neck width is 3 inches for our neck width. 3 inches for our neck width. While the back neck depth, we are using 1 inch for the back neck depth. While the front neck depth, we are using 3 inches for the front neck depth. So I'm connecting the two neck depth together, the front and the back. I'm connecting them now. So now we'll slant this shoulder to the armhole part. So our armhole depth is going to be 11 inches. 11 inches. You take your armhole depth after your shoulder slope. So it's going to be 11 inches for our armhole depth. Shoulder to 18 inches is her waist, and from shoulder to 30 inches is her hip. So the next thing that we're going to do now, we're going to take our vertical measurement. From here now, we'll take, I'm working with bust 40. 40 divided by 4 will give us 10. Then I'm using 2.5 inches for ease and seam allowance. Okay, I'm using 3 inches for ease and seam allowance. So I'm marking 30 inches. Then her waist, I'm working with a waist of 38. I'm working with waist of 38 inches. So 38 by 4 give us 9.5 inches. Then 3 inches for seam and ease. Then our hip line, our hip is 44 inches. 11, then 3 inches for ease. So now I'm going to connect all our points together, and this I'm also going to use this hip line, this 14 inches down to the end of the gown. So now we are going to connect our shoulder, curve the shoulder. We are not going to make it curve the shoulder, then we are connecting it down to the end part of the gown. And the length that I'm using for this, the length of the gown is 58 inches. That is the length of our gown, 58. So now I've connected to the end of the gown. The next thing to do now is to cut point. So I'm done cutting with the cutting of the dress. The next thing to do now, I'm going to join the shoulder together, then I'll come and show it to you the next step to take. So I've joined the shoulder together. The next thing to do now is to hem it with hemming gum. So I'll fold it in like this, then iron it in and hem it with my hemming gum. I'll do it to this side. I'll also do same to the other side. So after that, we'll come and cut our collar. So it's time to hem the bottom part. This is my hemming gum. I'll open it up like this. Then I'll place the hemming gum. So I've done placing the hemming gum now. I'll close it back, then use my pressing iron to press it down. After that now, we'll go over to the machine and also use my machine to stitch it down, because if you didn't stitch it down, by the time you have washed the cloth, this place will also look. So after that, I'll come and show it to you. The next step is to add the turn-up at the sleeve part. So this is the fabric that I'm using for the two sides. Is 2 inches wide and then your desired round sleeve. So what we are going to do is to add place the right side of your fabric to the back part of the sleeve part. So place it like this. You see it? Place it like this. Then I'm going to pin it down before taking it to my machine to run it. The turn-up, I added hemming gum to it. If you have hemming gum, you can hem it, or you use gum stay. You can use normal gum stay, but now I don't have gum stay. That is why I use hemming gum, and I double the hemming gum. So I've gone ahead to pin it now. We'll go back to the machine. We'll give it, run it straight and turn it. So let me go and bring it, then do it on the other side. Add the turn-up for the sleeve. This is it. And I also added pocket to it. This is the pocket. And I also gone ahead to shape the gown. So the next step to do now is to add the bishop collar. So I'm going to measure what I have at the neck line. So what I have here is 18 inches. So I'm going to use my pattern. So this is the 9 inches. First we come up by 1 inch first. The collar, the width of the collar is going to be just 1 inch. I don't want the collar to be too broad. Esian, you people go to the room. So now this end part, I'll come up by half an inch at this opening side. Come up by half an inch. Then I'll now look for the midpoint of 9. The midpoint of 9 is 4.5. So I'll connect this midpoint to this 1.5 that I came up, this half an inch that I came up with. So from this point now, I'll now come up by 1 inch to cut our collar. I've watched this video to this extent. Please, if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe, and please kindly give this video a thumbs up. If you have any question, you can drop it on the comment section, so I'll answer your question. So now I'm connecting all the points together. So I've connected them together. So this is the collar. I've opened it now. I'll break the fabric that I'm using for the collar to trace it on this pattern paper. So this is the fabric that I'm using for the collar. So I'll place my pattern paper on it. So I've gone ahead to iron the hemming gun on the collar. So this part now, that is where I'm going to add to the neckline. So I'll place it like this. I'll place it like this, then use my pin to secure it before I'll take it to the machine to sew. Side of the collar now. So this other part now, we now join it like this. I'll put this rough part inside, then I'll go over to my machine and also run it. Then after that, I'll bring it back to show you how it looks. So here is the final look of the gown. I've sewn the collar on it, and this turnover, I'm not going to sew it. I'm going to tack it with just at the shoulder. I'm going to tack it with thread and needle. So we have come to the end of this video. If you find this video helpful, please kindly like, share and subscribe if you have not subscribed. If you are not subscriber, you are always welcome. So see you on my next video. Thanks for watching.